Hello, I'm Nishit. I'm an NLP master trainer. Most of you already know me, but if you don't, I am a founder of Thought Labs and I've been running NLP Immersives in all around the world. And this video is my invitation for you to something very, very special, something that's very close to my heart. And that's for our upcoming NLP Immersive that's happening in Switzerland in May 2026. Now, I've been running this immersive since 2017, and every single time it has been a deeply transformational experience, not just for participants, but also for me, because every time I've gone to Switzerland, I've learned something new, I've connected with nature, I've connected with myself, and it's been an incredible experience. Because for me, this immersive is not just any other training. It's not just about learning NLP, of course, that's the outcome, but this immersive is really about creating space for yourself to learn, space for yourself to grow, space for yourself to see life differently, for you to recognize your patterns and rediscover who you really are, or reconnect with who you really are. It's also a great way for you to connect with nature, because to me, nature is a great healer, great catalyst of growth. Nature is a great coach. And it's a space for you to step outside of your usual life and look at your life from a completely new perspective. Because one of the things that happens is that when you stay in your usual environment, you tend to live the same patterns. You have the same routine, you tend to have the same triggers, you tend to have same ways of thinking. And even when you're trying to make a change, these old triggers and old patterns keep coming up because it's the same environment. And then you get into this same loop. And sometimes the only way to really see life differently, to see it clearly, to grow out of these patterns, is to step outside of your environment, to be in a place that supports your learning and supports your growth and supports your transformation. And that's why I love this format of running immersives, because in specifically this immersive of Switzerland, you come into a completely new environment. We all live together in a beautiful house in the Swiss Alps. It's surrounded by the mountains, it's right at the edge of the forest. There are lakes, there is nature, and we will be with a small group of inspiring people who are all on the journey of growth. And in that environment, I believe that something interesting, something special happens. Because when you're surrounded by nature, surrounded by this inspiring people, you start to see yourself differently. You start to connect with resources that you have that you didn't think you had or you lost access to. When people see greatness in you, you start to see that in yourself as well. You start to understand your patterns, and change becomes quite natural and effortless. And then when you go back home, you don't go back home the same person. You go back home with new perspective, new energy, new clarity about life, about your relationships, about your work, about your vision, money, your future, everything. It's almost like you put on a new lens that is much more empowering, a new lens that is productive, a new lens that's inspiring, that helps you be alive in life. And of course, in that process, you learn NLP in a very different way. Because, like I said, eventually this is an NLP immersive, so you are gonna have a deep and impactful experience of NLP, but not just sitting in a classroom and learning concepts, but learning NLP by living it, by applying it, by changing in real time. So you are going to go through exceptional level of transformation as a part of this immersive. And as you're learning NLP, it's also important to know that this immersive is also recognized and certified NLP program. So by the end of the retreat, you will not only have transformed yourself, but you would have also transformed the skills in supporting yourself and supporting others in creating change, with an international certificate backing it up. Now, one of the things that really special about this retreat for me is it's intimate. We intentionally keep the group very small. so that it's a very personal and very exclusive experience. We spend a lot of time together, and I get a lot of one-on-one time with each and every participant to really support deep and meaningful change. And to me, that's one of the benefit of being together, living together. I mean, of course, we get to have a lot of one-on-one time so that we can work on your pattern specifically, but then you will also have a lot of one-on-one time with other participants, going on hikes, sitting by the lake, being in nature, being in this amazing, one of the most beautiful environment that I've experienced. And honestly, the environment in itself is one of the biggest teachers. Like I said, nature is one of the biggest coach that I've experienced in my life. You'll be in the middle of Swiss Alps at the edge of a forest, surrounded by amazing mountains and lakes. You'll be experiencing local Swiss culture, because this is going to be not those touristic Switzerland experience, but an authentic Swiss experience where you learn from Swiss culture, you meet and model people. We'll have a lot of good Swiss cheese, food, people, nature. So everyone who's been part of this experience eventually has said that for them it's been powerful and unforgettable experience. So, if you're thinking about learning NLP, if you're thinking about finding that space for yourself so that you can shift your internal state, you can shift your environment, you can work on yourself so that you can fully and powerfully step into your vision, so that you can step outside of your environment to reconnect with yourself, to grow, and to learn NLP deeply and to create real change in your life, then I would love for you to join us at the NLP Immersive in Switzerland 2026. All the details of the program are given below, the dates, the experience. There is a link below that you can go through to know more about the whole program. So I really hope that I hope to see some of you there. I really hope that you guys can make it, and I'll see you in Switzerland.